welcome today to the show. I'm your host, Prophet74. Today, I'm going to bring a little laptop stand, and this is not just an ordinary laptop stand. Now, this one has 5 fans to push air in underneath the computer so it can cool off this whole system. And it's much necessary, especially if you're going to be gaming or working long hours or doing three-dimensional applications or spreadsheets that's constantly is taking all this fan space. So you're gonna hear a bunch of noise on it. So we're gonna take a look at it and see what you get when you personalize this. So let's go ahead and take a look at it and test it out. All right, so far I'm not impressed on the material. It's cheap material, cheap quality. You feel it. It's like really cheap material. So we're gonna take a look at it, but see how it well works. There's a little kickstand here for your laptop actually, and let's see how much lift we get from behind it. So behind, oh, okay, it lifts all the way up mostly. So let's go ahead and put it in a different angle. You're supposed to kick another stand on the back of it, and you see it right here. Okay, now there is a kickstand right here, like that, and you're supposed to bend it down to the level that you want. So let me put it on the side angle so you guys can see a little bit on the side. This is 1 degree that you put in there. Then you can lift up some more if you want, lower it down. That's the highest actually. That's the highest right there. All right. So if you guys can see, that's the highest. Second level. All right. And then the last level. And then there is one more level with it's just closing in the whole thing flat itself, you know. So right now we're gonna keep it on the last level. We're gonna put it there, and then you can see the circuit boards in here, and you can see the fans, and the fans look like the regular computer fans with RGB lighting. That's it. This is supposed to turn on through. This is actually stand for your monitor, and in the back of it, you guys can see it. There is a control fan in here, and there's 2 additional USBs. Now they do give you a USB connection to power this thing up, but to be honest with you, it's really short. If you're gonna work from laptop to laptop, it's okay. But if your extensions on one end, you might, it's like around 2 feet long, the cord itself. So we're gonna put it to the test. All right, so we're going to plug it in, and we just plug it into either one of the USBs. There's 2. The other one's to share in case you need an extra USB. So it's pretty much like a little tiny hub. And you can see the circuits and everything in here. So I'm going to put it on the side. I'm going to plug it into a computer. And as you can see it, the picture shows a lot of lighting. And to be honest with you, it's really poor lighting on this one. And let's turn it off, the light in here. Let's turn off some light in here. So this is pretty much, I completely killed the lights in here, and it's a little poor quality on the LED light. It shows a lot of LED light, like RGB lighting pretty much, but if you can see, it's just LED lights behind the fans, white fans, that's all it is. And of course, you could turn it off here, you could turn it on, and I just increase the volume of it. And first, let me turn it off right now so we can do a little test on it. And we're going to run a thermal test, see if it works, how it works, all right? So let's go ahead and do a thermal test. All right, so we're going to do a thermal test. And if you can see, this is my hand, all right, compared to this unit, all right? The unit's about 72, 73, 74, 78, all right, maximum we're getting. So right now, compared to my hand, it's super hot. If you can see it, and it's blue compared to it in the background. All right, so let's turn and crank it up, and let's see how cool it really shoots out. So right now, we're at 7 to 80, and you can see it. You can see all the heat and cool air. So it is throwing some cool air compared to my air. It is cooling down, but it's not as strong as I thought it was. It's pretty quiet too, honestly. You can see my heat. I'm putting heat everywhere, and look at how it evaporates. We're gonna see how fast it evaporates. It's taking a little bit longer, but compared to my hand, it's cooling off. Run some more. Heat everywhere. You can see the heat, and you can see the fans working. Now, I do recommend you lifting it up, all right? So let's lift it up a little bit. Lift it up right now, and it's still at 80, but you can feel how much air is getting in here and how much we're capturing compared to it. So it's keeping cool, and it's a little heated here. You can see a little spot right there, but So we are overclocking, doing some tests on it, and it seems like it's working very well. 53 instead of 55, a couple of degrees lower and cooler. The load's not that bad. The CPU is running really good. Now let's take a look at the GPU itself. So let's go back to the GPU, and we did hit 50 to 49 on the GPU, but it's keeping stable now. From before, it was a little hotter, but over it's looking very good. Overall, this thing is it's okay. The quality is cheap material. I don't know if it's missing something, but it looks very fragile. And honestly, it's all plastic. So if you drop it once, maybe you're gonna break something in here. That's how fragile it looks. Uh, Overall, it's okay. It's a little loud too if you crank it up, especially if you put something behind it. The five fans are not strong as I thought they were gonna be, but they are blowing. They did keep the actual machine cool. The lighting here on the bottom doesn't even turn on. I see it in the actual pamphlet itself, if you can see it. And I'm gonna just put a little pamphlet here itself so you guys can see it. So this is the pamphlet right here. I'm gonna put it right here so you can see it, how much air is floating. Not enough air to blow this out, out of the actual air to the wind or anything like that. So it's strong in its way because I guess it's 5 volts connection that it has. It doesn't have even 12 because you're connecting a USB and that's a 5 volt that we're connecting. Maybe if it's 12 volt, a little bit stronger, faster, and then also they indicated that these were going to be lighting up, and they're not RGB light. They're just they're LEDs only, just behind them. I don't like the stand itself. It looks like you can't put too much weight on it. It seems like it's a little bit slightly little not capable of holding too much weight, to be honest with you. That's the only reason I kind of hesitate a little bit. And the LED lights is not a big deal for me, but if you got it for the LED lights, you ain't gonna get what you got in the pictures. If you see it all light up, let's compare it to what you see in the actual in the picture, right? So in the picture, looks all blue and everything. Everything's lighting up. The bottom part, this part doesn't even light up. It's dead. There's no light in here. So what you're gonna get is nothing to compare to the picture, to be honest with you. Cheesy little fans that they put in here, maybe $1 fans and a $2 fan in the center, and that's about it. It doesn't light up nothing like this, nothing like this. So if you guys are gonna get something because it's lighting up like this, maybe you want to reconsider.